Ma'am, session is live and recording is on.
Okay, shall I start? Malcolm once said, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. With this note, I wish everyone a very good afternoon. On behalf of Amity University, Noida, I, Dr. Swati Chawla, Assistant Professor, Amity School of Business, extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the highly anticipated webinar on social media marketing, a game changer. As we all know, that today social media has transformed from being a mere communication tool to a powerful marketing engine. It has redefined the way brands today connect, communicate, and convert. So, keeping this in our mind, we are organizing this webinar to bridge the gap between classroom learning and real world applications by imparting practical, industry relevant skills to students. In today's dynamic environment, it is essential that learners are not only academically proficient, but also equipped with the ability to make informed decisions in real life scenarios. So, to guide us through the fascinating subject, we are honored to have with us Honorable Dr. Anshul Malik Ma'am, Assistant Professor of Marketing at Amity School of Business. She is having an 11 years of experience of in education and academia. She holds a PhD degree from JP Institute of Information Technology, focusing on mobile application adoption. Her professional and academic interests encompass consumer behavior, technology adoption, digital marketing, public relations, and corporate image. Dr. Malik currently serves on multiple institutional committees, including IQAC, NAC, and PhD committees at Amity University. She is a distinguished researcher with numerous research papers to her credit, having published in Scopus Index journals. She possesses strong skills in academic research, data analysis using SPSS and MOS, curriculum development, and student mentorship. She brings a wealth of knowledge and practical insights that will surely enrich today's session. Without further ado, let's dive into the world of social media marketing with Dr. Malik. Dr. Malik, the virtual stage is all yours. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chawla. Thank you so much for your kind words.
Thank
So,
you.
good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Anshul Malik, Assistant Professor of Marketing at Amity School of Business, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this virtual session on social media marketing, a game changer. We all know that in today's digital era, social media is no longer just a platform for personal communication or interaction. It has become a vital tool for the businesses also to engage with their prospects, audiences, build tool for businesses to engage with the customers and to build their brand identity and drive the growth and sales in the market. So from Instagram collaboration to the LinkedIn connection, the brand are rethinking that how they have to communicate in this competitive market. So during this session, we will explore what social media marketing truly entails and to examine the various digital channels available and to discuss how company strategically utilize these platforms to gain a competitive edge. So without any further ado, let's start today's session on social media marketing, a game changer. Let me share here. I hope the screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. The screen is visible.
Okay. So let's start. So if I ask the audiences if they can drop a answer in the text box. So when we talk about the social media, what actually is social media? Social media, if we talk in the earlier days, then it is majorly used by the individual or the personal, the people for their communication, in order to communicate with the other people, the other party. They want to share a piece of information, right? They want to connect. So before the introduction of these social media, there were another mode of communication, which were like the telephonic communication, or you are writing the letters, or you are sending some messages on the pager and all that. But when the digital era came into the picture, not the personal communication, but the way brands starting establishing themselves, they started their advertisement, they started creation of their awareness out in the market has changed drastically. Like as if I go back to like as more or less like 15 or 20 years back, if we see that how the brands were using this communication, the marketers were using this communication in order to communicate about their products or the offerings in the market, then I can remember it was the era like as when we used to have TV channels, we used to watch these brand information through TV commercials, which we call TVC also, or the newspapers which are coming to our houses, the magazines we are buying. So those print advertisement or those TV commercial, or if we are traveling somewhere, we see a hoarding or a billboard on the roadsides. So these were the way where the companies are trying to connect their prospects, that we look at the advertisement and we get to know, yes, this is the product out in the market. These are the brands which are particularly providing products out in the market which are kind of similar, right? But when the digitization came into the picture, then they think that, yeah, this is an opportunity for the marketers to grab the social media platform and to use this strategy in such a way that they can stand out in the market. Nowadays, every company, if you see, if you use any social media platform, be it Instagram, be it a Twitter handle, be it a LinkedIn page, right? So if you see the people, the brands are talking about their products, and they're trying to highlight their USP, that why they are standing where they stand in comparison to their competitors, right? So let's start. I'll be sharing two short clips that how the brands nowadays trying to capture what is going in the mind of the customers, and they are trying to create their image around capturing the mind of the consumers, and they want to build their brand in the mind of the consumer. So whenever they are in need of a particular product, or they are looking for a particular service, quickly they can recall that brand name, and they can go out and they can look for that particular product. So let's have a look at these two short clips, which are of a very recognized brands out in the market, and many's favorite also. So I'm playing the first one. So you have seen this very short clip, which is developed by Coca-Cola, and they have captured that one kid was sitting at a place, and he just took a sip of a soft drink, and he goes back to the memories, goes back to the days when they were he was with the friends and they were enjoying some moments. So he has this thought in the mind, let's go and connect with the friends again. So this is how this brand is trying to connect that emotional build amongst us people, amongst the consumer, amongst the audiences. Yet that if you have some emotional state of mind, then how we can capture them, and we can give you the satisfaction of that emotional state, where you will are looking, we can we can fulfill that with the help of some products or the services which are offered by in the market by various kinds of brands. So another commercial which we can see, which I'm going to share with you all, is the another of one very renowned brand out in the market, and it is one of the favorites in the fast food category. It is one of the more interesting one. Just pay attention to this video clip as well.
just here to order the Whopper. Whopper?
So like this is an advertisement where there are two different brands, the very, very good fast food giants, the McDonald's and the Burger King, and how the Burger King has used the name of McDonald's in order to place its importance out in the market, and everyone is looking the Burger King Whopper, which is one of the most selling item at the Burger King, and everyone is now moving towards McDonald's, and they are looking, they are seeking a Whopper at the McDonald's outlet. Let's see what happens next.
This is McDonald's.
Yeah.
And
No, we don't have it. We don't have.
but you don't have the Burger King Whopper here.
We don't have Whoppers here. This isn't Burger King.
No. The app for Burger King. You see it?
I believe you. I see it, but we don't have that.
So we can come to McDonald's and get a Whopper, yeah?
Maybe in another state.
We don't sell Whoppers. It's only Big Macs.
It says buy a 1 cent Whopper at McDonald's.
That's crazy.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get my Whopper.
Have you heard about the crazy Whopper deal?
Yeah, everybody's been asking, but like we never heard of it ever.
Can you do a Whopper Junior?
They probably can make that. It wouldn't be as good as Burger King would, to be honest with you.
No, that's Burger King. This is McDonald's, sweetie.
Well, I pushed on here and it said order a Whopper for a penny at McDonald's.
That's a lie. That's a fake thing.
Okay, where's the Burger King?
Like 4 blocks to your left.
So now if you have looked at this video clip, that how brilliantly Burger King has developed this commercial that a person is going to a Whopper or for a penny, but that should be within the range of 600 meters of the McD, and everyone is going to the McD and they are asking that they are going to get this Whopper for 1 penny. And at last, when there's so much rush and they are talking about the Whopper, the one asked that where is the Burger King, and now the McD employee is directing the consumer towards the Burger King. So this is how they have played very strategically, very beautifully with the consumers, that being at the McD, they are not looking for a product which is, offered by McDonald's, because they are also offering the burgers, but they are looking specifically the burger which is, offered by Burger King. So how they have communicated, what kind of beautiful message they are creating, and how strategically they are putting out in the market is where the social media plays a very important role. Right. So communication, if we see the earlier era where there was a traditional marketing channels, and if we look towards these digitalized marketing channels, the social media platforms, the one thing that remains same is the communication message, the message they want to share. They want to tell the prospects, they want to tell the audiences that yes, we are here with these products and with these offerings, with these services, but how they are developing the content, the message, and the delivery of that message, that plays a very important role. So the brands which are able to capture that social media platform, they are way more beyond than the people who are still exploring and they are still not able to mark themselves on the social media platform. So let's move forward and let's talk about that what are the means of communication. So these are various means of communication which is a compilation of the traditional mode of communication as well as the today's contemporary modern days, where we are trying to communicate the personally or the professionally, or the brands are trying to communicate. So I think major of the audiences are aware of all these modes of communication. Now when we talk about communication, then how communication needs to be effective, because if any brand is creating a content, they are creating an advertisement, they are sending out some information, but if it is not able to capture the mind of the consumer, then there is no use of such content, there is no use of such communication, and there is no use of putting so much budget or so much cost in the creation of that particular message, putting out on the various medias. But if it is not interesting enough, I'm sorry, the brands are going to lose their customers to their competitors. So whenever we're trying to communicate, whenever we want to have a useful communication, the fruitful communication, these are the 7 C's which we need to keep in mind whenever we want to create a good communication message, which is completeness, correctness, conciseness, courtesy, clarity, consideration, and correctness and coherent. So these 7 C's need to be a part of a message which is known as a message well defined and well processed to the other parties who are seeking such kind of information from the another party. So when we talk about the completeness, it must include each and every information. Like as for example, I will take the example of this webinar, the creative which has been created by. Because if the information has been when is the date this webinar is going to be live, right? When on particular timing, if these information are missing, then definitely this is not a good communication message. This is not the correct way to put the information out, right? Similarly, we have to work upon all the 7 C's so that the communication is effective and both the parties are able to understand that why this particular communication has been emerged, why we need to process this information, what the another person is seeking and what we are delivering to them, right? So if we move forward, there is a picture of a person, an individual at your screen. I hope everyone are able to recognize this is Mark Zuckerberg, and what he has to say about the communication and the internet. Let's have a quick look at this very short
You also will start to see some disruption in terms of how people relate to businesses and how businesses try to communicate with their consumers. I think that the dynamic there is going to have to be a lot more open, and I think you're already seeing that with the internet, is that businesses can't just like hide as like behind some big kind of corporate veil anymore. They really have to go out and engage with users in an open dialogue around issues that affect them. And I think that that's kind of starting to play out now. And then I think the longest term thing will be how tools like Facebook, but also just the broader internet, affect civic engagement and governance as well. And I do think in a way, the internet just gives everyone a voice, right? I mean, whether it's Facebook or something else that you're using, people now have an ability to share something, put their opinion out there, and have people hear it in a way that just wasn't possible 20 years ago.
So like as you have seen this short clip which is shared by Mark Zuckerberg. He was interviewed by some school, and he was talking about that how internet has played a very important role for the businesses. They have to communicate. Not only they have to communicate about themselves, but they have to understand what their consumers are talking about, the product and the services, what the consumers are talking about, their needs out in the market. Are you well listening to your consumers? Because if you're not listening to your consumer, you are just producing, you are developing the services, products out in the market, but they are not able to understand what actually a consumer is looking for in a product or in a service. And definitely this is not what we call the smart listening, right? So in order to create something which a consumer is accepting at their end, in order to fulfill their needs, because that is the ultimate purpose of creation of products and services out in the market, right? So it is very much necessary for the businesses to understand, to listen what consumers are talking about, because we always say customer is king. And until and unless we are paying attention to whatever they are putting on the social media, because nowadays the consumer is more authorized, they are more empowered in terms of talking about the products or the services. If I'm not liking any product, then I'm ready to write down my review, my feedback on the social media page of that one. Or we have various forums where we come and discuss that which particular product, like as if I talk about the same example, we can take if we go talk about the fast food companies which are out in the market, and they have launched a new burger out in the market. I have tried, but I didn't like. So I immediately I'm putting this out on the social media. This particular burger is not meeting my expectation. This is not up to the mark. So if that particular brand is listening, they are going through the various social media platform, they will understand if the newly launched product or newly launched burger is not a hit in the market, and what is the reason behind it. Might be the people are also giving reason, the taste is not good, the dip they are using is not good, the patty is not good enough, it is not that juicy, right? So they have to understand that where they went wrong, and they have to address that problem so that they can upgrade, they can make the changes, and they can provide that what a consumer is looking for. So when we talk about all this communication, the receiving part and the providing part, there is a thing which we talk about on social media, that why the marketers or the brand should use this power of social media. If we compare the social media or the digital medium, then we find it is more, in terms of, it is more affordable, it is more accessible, it is quick, right? And it is able to, the people are, they have a very quick access towards these kind of platform, because nowadays if you see, everyone is having a smartphone, whether they are belonging to the bottom of the pyramid or the high class, everyone is having a smartphone with a touch screen, and they have their social media profile as well. They have their social media page, whether it is an Instagram profile, whether it is a LinkedIn, whether it is a Twitter handle, whatever you name, you see the people are everywhere on, they are active 24/7. They are consuming the information, they are providing the information out in the market. So it is one of the way which is more accessible, because everyone is connected on these platforms. It is more affordable. You put one piece of information and you will find it being viral amongst the mass quickly. There is a quick communication, like as if I'm being a brand, I'm putting that I'm running, like as if we say, for example, like as if Amity University is running, or they're planning a new program, and they are putting it out on their social media handle, and the aspirants, career aspirants who are looking for those programs, it will end up on their social media feed also. They will go through that, they find interesting, and they will start inquiring about those particular programs which are being offered by Amity, and they are introducing some new programs also. So this is the way, that is the power of social media, right? So what is social media, and why these well-known brands are using this platform to establish communication? But before we move to that, we must understand that what is digital marketing, because social media is a subset of your digital marketing. So what is a digital marketing? It is using digital channels to reach consumers, whatever the digital channel which you are using, in order to connect with your consumer, in order to share the information, in order to listen to them, in order to read their feedback, reviews. All those digital platform, all those digital ways are known as the digital marketing. So if you look at the screen, there are the various pictures which has been captured here, and these all are a part of your digital marketing, right? So when we talk about digital marketing, it can be of a video marketing, it can be affiliate marketing, email marketing, or a content marketing, or the website marketing, right? So these are the various ways by the digital marketing plays an important role, and many of the companies can choose either one or the multiple ways of marketing when they have to put themselves out visible in the market through digital mode of communication. I guess this is the example, like as if any one of you, being a career aspirant, being higher education aspirant, and you want to know about the colleges which are in Delhi NCR, they offer the top BBA courses out, to top management courses, and there is a feed, which there is a SER, which we call search engine result page, right? You put in the search bar top management school in Delhi NCR, top business schools which are providing BBA programs, and you come across a list of the institution. So those direct you to the website of the various colleges, like as if we can see that there is a website, there is a if you click on that website, then you will go through the various kinds of information which has been provided on the web page of Amity University, that what are the programs they are offering, to who are the faculties, what is their placement approach, right? So these are the way of communication, website communication, which is a part of your digital marketing, that the Amity University or any academic institution, they are marketing themselves through website marketing, which is a part of digital marketing, right? So when we talk about the digital marketing or a traditional marketing, there is a term which we call the marketing mix. So marketing mix is basically a mix of the four essential pieces, like as product, price, place, and promotion. So when we talk about if their product has been developed by a marketer or a brand, or if they are offering any kind of services, so how they are going to market that offering out in the market, that is very much essential. The product has been developed, but what price we are going to give it to, what kind of promotions, what kind of various kinds of offers we are going to provide, so that it gets captured in the market, where we are going to place it, so that the people has an easy access in order to buy or in order to avail those services, whether we are putting in the physical stores, or whether we are collaborating with the e-commerce website, or we are developing our own e-websites, e-commerce sites where we are going to put our direct, that people can come directly to our website rather than going on e-commerce website like as your Amazon, Myntra, or Azure, right? So we have to very significantly, very strategically understand that how we are going to use these 4 Ps in the digital era also, like as what kind of product, because if we go digitally, if I want to buy a piece of cloth, then there are various options which are available to me, like as the Myntra is there, Azure is there, Amazon is there. So there are multiple e-commerce websites out there, and I am also comparing the prices of these products, like the one product which is provided by a particular brand. For example, there is a US Polo brand and they are offering the same kind of t-shirt, and all these 4 platforms are putting the price differently. Then we will dig more deep that why it is happening. So you have to put strategically that what is the product you are offering out in the market, how much you are going to give a price tag to this, because your competitors are also in the market, right? So, and how you are going to promote, how your advertisement information is going to be more interactive, more attractive comparatively to your competitors. And where are you going to? Are you going to use the brick and mortar model, or you are going digitally, or you are going a combination of these two, right? So that is about your digital marketing. Now, what is social media marketing? So if you look at this slide and you see so many notifications are going up, whether it is a Facebook like, or a notification of Instagram notification, you are getting a tweet. So this is social media marketing. So when we talk about that, what are these benefits of social media marketing? So social media marketing is just not only providing the information to the consumers, it is more than that. It is like, as if you look at this slide, there are various pointers have been pointed out that why we should use as a brand the social media, why an academic institution should use social media, why a fast food chain should use more, social media, why a fashion brand should use social media. So not only just provide the information about the product, it also help you to find new customers. It also help you to build in your reputation in order to public image out in the market. It also help you in quick communication with your customers. It also helps in your community management. If there are various consumers who are buying you, then you can create a community where they come and discuss and they will talk about your product, right? It helps you in handling your reputation management. It is more cost effective. So these are the various benefits which can be enjoyed by a brand. So like as if after completing your graduation BBA or right on a program, and you want to start your own business, right? So how you are going to start your business is one thing, and how you are going to talk about your business to the prospect, to the audiences, is another thing. So when you develop your business, when you start your business and you use the digital media, the social media, then definitely you are going to get a better edge comparatively to the person who is not using these modes of communication. So that is why it is very much important to understand the social media and how it can be used by the brands and the marketers out in the market. Now, when we talk about the social media, then there are few terms which comes into the mind, and I think you must be aware of the influencers. I hope you must be following some influencers on your social media profiles. So what is influencer? What actually does they do, and what is this influencer market? So when we talk about the influencer marketing, when a particular brand, they collaborate with some influencer which are very well known out in the market, they have the followers in the market, then the brand collaborate with them, and then these influencers, they put the information out because they have their fan base, the people who are following those influencers, they trust them that whatever the information they will putting out, definitely we are going to listen to them, definitely we are going to buy the product, definitely we will give it a thought to go and avail the services based on the reviews provided by the influencer. So there are multiple influencer out in the market which provide, like as this if you see this clip, there is an influencer who tried some clothes of the particular brand. She is holding a bag and she is trying to create the content. So the person who is a follower to this influencer, they are absorbing some information that she is talking about some brand, and this is looking very good, how she has styled it, right? So I must also go and then I must also style so that I get some kind of recognition, because sometimes we also do all these things so that we can get a recognition in our social group, right? So if we move forward, then when there are different types of social media influencer, we in general, we know that there are so many influencers, but there is a categorization of influencer out of the social media. I think you must be aware or you must not be aware about. So we can create these four categories of influencer based on the number of people who are following them. So we'll start at the top, like it's nano influencer, which who has the influencer from 1K to 10K. Those influencers are called nano influencer. Then we move micro, which has the follower range between 10K to 100K. Macro influencer who has a range from 100K to 1 million, and the mega influencer who have 1 million plus followers. So that's how we can, divide these influencers based on the number of followers. So next time when you will access your social media, just check how many influencers, how many followers are following that particular influencer, and you can identify that which particular category that influencer belong to. I have, clubbed some examples also, like this is one of the influencer whose Insta handle is Meghna's Food Magic. Now, if you look at the number of followers, there are 3 million followers. So 3 million followers means which category? If we talk about, go back to the slide, they are the mega influencer. So 1 million plus influence, when 1 million plus followers, if any influencer have, then definitely they are falling into the category of mega influencer, right? Moving forward, Gaurav Taneja, who is also famous with the name of Flying Beast. If you look again at the number of the followers, he has 3.5 million followers. So again, you can categorize into the mega category. Similarly, Anunay Sood, who talks about the travel, he is a influencer in the travel category, right? So he comes into the category of the mega influencer with the 1.3 million followers. Now, this is another category where we are having 614K followers, the Great Indian Foodie. And to your surprise, the Great Indian Foodie is an alumnus of ASU, Amity School of Business, right? He has created his startup. Now he is doing wonderful into the market, and he has so many followers. So you can identify that what is the power of social media, right? So if we say then this particular is your, what kind of influence, if we go back to the slide, the one falling into the category of 100K to 1 million followers, that is the macro influencers, right? So now if you move forward, then there is this lady who is Yashoda 594, which has a handle in English with Dehati ma'am, and she speaks so fluent with a very good accent. She is also having a follower base of 156K followers. So you can again segregate that which particular influencer, mega, micro, or macro, right? Dr. Sonam Mahajan, who is an influencer in the category of sustainability, and she's again an alumnus of Amity University. So she is also having a very good base, and she's providing such wonderful information that how we can live our life sustainability with sustainability. Another is Noida's Best. So if you look at this, they are having a follower base of 64.7K followers, and they are providing that what is the they provide the various information related to the food and the lifestyle diet which is happening in the Noida, right? Now if you look at this Shweta Handa, she is the one who is handling her content around the various kinds of artwork, and she has a follower base of 50.4K, right? So this is the way, this is one of the very interesting, this is 6-year-old boy, sorry, 6-year-old boy who is also having an Insta handle, and he is also having a very lot of followers. So whatever the content you are creating, that also matters a lot, which makes you to gather more and more followers, more and more awareness about your work out in the market. So whenever you create your Insta handle, any brand is creating their Insta handle or any social media platform, whether they are creating their LinkedIn page or they have their Twitter handle. So what kind of content are you putting out there, and how much the consumers are absorbing, how much your audiences are absorbing based on the content, that is, we can say is a win for that particular brand or for that particular marketer. So it is very much important for us to understand that the influencer marketing is one of the very important aspects when we talk about the social media marketing. Another very important topic that I want to discuss in the category of social media marketing is UGC, which we call the user generated content. whatever the content we as a user are putting out on the social media, it is known as your user generated content. Now, how this user generated content is helpful, like as if I play this clip, then there is a user who has created some kind of, like as we can say, some kind of craft work, and now she's putting out on her social platform handle. Now, why? What or this another video where we're talking about, this is the company GoPro. Now they have created capture your movements. They allow their consumers to capture their movements and share with their social handles, social networking handles. And they also ask people to share the content they are creating, and they also nominate them so that they can they are trying to create a relationship with their consumers, that it is not only providing a product but also creation of a relationship with our consumers, so that they remain they stay with us, they remain loyal to us, they do not look for another competitor's product out in the market. If we are providing any kind of product, then it is very much essential for consumers to stay with us only. Because it is said once, like as if to retain a customer is more important than to gain a new customer, because the people, you have put a lot of hardship over the years to connect with the consumer, to understand them, and to make the products around their needs and wants. So it is very much essential for a brand and the marketer to understand the power of retaining their loyal customer with them, right? So these are the things which we have talked about. So I'm sharing one more thing with the people, like as how the content creation plays a very important role. So this is a LinkedIn page of Amity School of Business, where they are created some various content. They are talking about the industrial visits, they are talking about the various programs are offered by them, right? They are talking about the various kinds of events are happening at the Amity University, right? So this is how they are creating their content, and how much engagement they are getting through that. They are getting awareness about their programs, like they're talking about the alumni spotlight, they are talking about the various kinds, they talked about their SAT programs, study abroad programs also. So whatever the information, you have to choose the right platform, and you have to choose the right information to put out in the market, so that the consumer, the audiences must recognize you, and they make the memories of your brand in their mind. And whenever they are seeking some information, then they can recall easily that this is the brand which has shown such kind of information, and is still in my brain, in my memories. So if I think the LinkedIn page is visible to everyone.
No, ma'am. The page is not
It is
visible.
not visible. Okay,
No.
I'll share it again.
I think you've clicked on the link, but
All right, I'll try. I'll try. Wait a second. Is it visible now?
not yet, ma'am.
Okay, I'll try it. Wait a second. Let me just do it again.
I think we can switch the window, then probably it would be
I
visible.
hope it is visible now. Is it visible?
Ma'am. Yes, now it's visible.
So you can see, like, this is the LinkedIn page of Amity School of Business, and if you look at that, so they are talking about the various kinds of club and committees they do have at the Amity School of Business, and they are posting about the various events, whether it's an industrial visit, whether it is about the various programs they are offering here, whether it is about the creative of today's session that is happening right now, right? So if you scroll down through this page, then you will get so much information which you can absorb, and you can further inquire about that, like about these information, these kind of programs which we are offering. Like this is one kind of visit. Our student went to the Aaj Tak, and they participated in the various kinds of debate over there, right? We are talking about the various recruiters where our students are being placed. So this is the power of social media, where we put the information, the very useful information out in the market, and then we try to create a connect with the customer out in the market, right? So I think we can have now question and answer round. Dr. Swati, if any
Yes,
student
ma'am.
have any question,
Yes, ma'am.
we can go.
Yeah, yes, students, we have opened the floor for the question and answer. If you have any query, please you can clear your doubts. Please put your queries in the chat box.
In the chat box, we can access your questions from there.
And I think this is a topic which is very relevant to these students. And
I
they can
hope
easily
I
relate
hope they
to.
found it very interesting. They must be able to absorb as much as we
Yes,
try
ma'am.
to,
It
provide
was
them
truly
this.
enlightening because we saw a couple of videos and they were very interesting.
Thank you.
And I think these students have also, they post a lot of content on social media. They might have
Right,
promoted.
because this particular age, the age between 18 to 25, they are the maximum user of these social media, especially the Instagram, I guess.
And definitely, ma'am. And the schools are also promoting a lot of content on social media, schools and
Exactly.
colleges.
Right,
So they
right.
must have experienced the content issues. If they have any queries, definitely we are happy to address them. Please put
Exactly.
your queries.
I haven't received any, question in
Yeah.
that books so far.
So any questions in the students, you can post your questions in the chat box.
You can write down your messages. I hope they are able to write down. I think they can access the chat box.
Yes, ma'am, they can access the chat box.
Let's wait for another 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, ma'am. And definitely, students, you must have tried promoting a lot of things on Instagram, your school event. If you have any business idea, you must be reading about, talking about.
Exactly.
You must be now thinking about joining a college, anything you want to know about college, their alumni. So you search a lot of content over social media. So if you want to share any experience with us, you have any query, so that we can
Any
always
query
help you.
related to anything, not only about this particular session. If you want to inquire about some programs, any kind of
Anything.
courses which have been offered to the university, we can also discuss about that also. All right, I think the students are very much clear.
Yeah.
Everything is clear through PPTs. All right, thank you, Dr. Swati Chawla, for having me here. I really enjoyed sharing this information, that how the social media plays a very important part when it comes to branding about yourself, about a particular brand, and how they can understand, that they can listen what the consumers are talking about, their brands, their products out in the market, right? Thank you so much, Dr. Chawla, for having me here.
Thank you so much. Before we conclude the session, I would really want to thank the resource person of our today's session, Dr. Anshul Malik ma'am. And before we conclude the session, I would like to take a moment to express our sincere gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor ma'am, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla ma'am, Honorable Dr. Sujata Khandai ma'am, Deputy Dean Academics, Director of Amity College of Commerce and Finance, ACCF, and officiating head of Amity School of Business, ASB, and Honorable Dr. Ruchi Khandelwal ma'am, Deputy Director, Amity School of Business. They have been always encouraging us, and they are our source of encouragement. And under their visionary and able leadership, we have been always able to excel. And we thank you all for the unwavering support that you have continuously motivated us to elevate academic excellence to new heights. And at Amity University, we truly believe in nurturing talent by combining academic learning with practical exposure. Our goal is to help students like you to become confident, informed, and future-ready individuals. Lastly, I would like to thank all the participants and the entire organizing team for conducting such a wonderful webinar on a topic of relevance, which is very important for the students who are in a process to explore and embrace the power of social media in their respective fields. With this, I conclude the session along with Anshul ma'am. I wish every student a good luck. Stay safe, stay curious, keep learning, and thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, can I close?
Yes, sir.